Welcome back. It's still our anniversary episode on the Friday Fix, and I am here with a very, very, very special guest. You know, we had to bring you the best for today. With me in the studio is Chude Jideonwo. He's the managing partner of Red, which is, in fact, I don't know where to start from. You know why Nigeria on Twitter? It's them. They're involved in so many things. But I think my biggest deal about Chude is that he is a good person. Like, his personal persona, which I don't really know if that's correct, but he's a human person, and it's one of my favorite things about him, and he's one of my favorite people in the world. I don't know if he knows this.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. You are one of my favorite people. So it's amazing to hear that.
Great.
Yes, right.
And so, welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. You know, I told you now, I love the crunch.
I'm glad.
You know, just watching, I watch it, and then I'm thinking, I want to be on the crunch, to be on this particular show. So it's amazing to be here.
He has just set himself up. He does not know. You will be here. You will.
It's good.
But anyway, in honor of our 3-year anniversary, I'm going to ask you everything in threes.
Yes. Let's see how it goes.
Yes, I hope you can answer all of them.
Let's
But they are all pretty easy questions, and they
Okay.
all have to do with you. Well, mostly have to do with you.
Okay.
So the first is, what are the 3 things you always have to have on your person?
My iPad.
Okay.
There's one. Some money, even if it's 1,000 naira. Just something in the pocket in case we are caught at 12 p.m. in the night on the 3rd Milan Bridge. And then my phone.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So those 3 things. Yeah.
All right. 3 unforgettable life experiences.
I mean, I traveled last year. That's where all my money went. I traveled to, I was in Mexico.
Oh.
And I stayed in this gorgeous hotel that made me broke. You know, and I was, so we have a short time. So I was sitting down in this, I was sitting down in front of the beach, the most beautiful view I had ever seen, you know. And then I read a tribute to, there's this guy pilot who passed on last year. Peter, you know, and you know, at that moment, I just felt the tribute was so powerful. This was somebody I'd never met. You know, I'd never met, you know, but then the tributes were so powerful. And, you know, there was a friend of mine who I hadn't spoken to in months. You know how people say those things, I think, please, please, please. But I felt like at that moment I needed to send her a message. I sent her an email. It was such an emotional time, you know, sniffing, I'm typing and I'm sniffing and I'm crying. So, you know, that was huge. So that was really big. The other one was when I lost my dad. That was huge. You know, I was so angry. I didn't grieve for about 2 weeks. I was just so angry. You know, so there's that. And then I mean, good memories. I remember the first time I went to America for the first time in my life. You know, I'd rejected, my visas had been rejected for like 2 years. So I eventually went. So it was for the US government program. I spent 1 month visiting like 8 states.
Wow.
So when I was coming back, I was on the flight. I was looking down. I said, you know what, God, if you take me now, it's fine.
You're good. Wow.
It was about 9 years ago. It was a
profound moment.
2007. Yeah, so that was a good thing. I keep remembering that, like, God, you know what, if you take me now, you have tried. Let's just go.
Okay, let's get to Ebonylife TV.
Yes, let's do
What are your 3 favorite things about the channel?
Number 1, the TV dramas. You know, the TV dramas. I mean, I raved about it on Instagram 2 months ago. You know, and then even the ones that are, I mean, I love Dowry, for instance. It's incredible.
I mean,
I'm waiting to see what the real is about. I'm waiting to see the governor. You know, I think that the dramas are they really capture a slice of Nigerian life. That's really important.
Yes, they do.
So I love that. I love the colorful personalities. Like, you know, it's, you know, so I watch Ebonylife TV because it's just, the people jump out of the screen. So, you know, there's you, there is Lamide, there's Zainab, there's Denola, there's Denola's sidekick, there's the other guy from Ghana, there's Toke, there's Cynthia Kamalu, there is Bolanle. You know, it's just a kaleidoscope of incredible personalities. And it's really well curated. I really love that. I really love that.
Okay, last thing?
And then the last thing would be, those are the 2 things that stand out to me, but the last thing would be just, you know, I feel like it correctly, you know, there are very few platforms in Nigeria that correctly represent the mainstream culture, like what drives us in terms of food, like Chef African, for instance, what drives us in terms of, you know, places, those kinds of, those little nuances, you know, and I don't know what to describe that in one word, but Ebonylife TV captures, it captures a reality that is often ignored, is often flattened, you know, it gives it a 3-dimensional feel.
Finally, what are 3 things you'd like to see or you hope to see from us in the future?
Number 1, I'm waiting to see what comes out of the wedding planner.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm looking forward to that one. I'm also looking forward to more shows like The Crunch, which is why we're excited, because there's a misconception in these climes that the culture, the pop mainstream culture, is only about music and movies and entertainment.
Yeah.
But it's much more than that. I mean, people are interested in who is the real Aisha Buhari, people are interested in the AMCOM takeover of anybody's organization, people are interested in issues,
all those details,
those trending things. I'm excited to see there's great entertainment content, there's great lifestyle content. I'm looking to see, you know, more mainstream content that's not any of these two things. It just tracks how people are interested in the politics, in the economy, in faith.
Everyday stories.
Yes, everyday stories. So I'm looking forward to that. I see the trends.
Yes, you see the direction.
I see that happen. And what else am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to many more years of Ebonylife TV, to be honest. I'm a huge fan of Ebonylife TV.
You're a friend of the channel.
I'm a friend of it. So, you know, and then, you know, for Ebonylife TV to keep making money so that it can continue to do the things that it needs to do, because the things it needs to do require huge budgets. They require the best of talent. They require those talents to be happy. Yes. You know, so it needs to make money so that we do not lose this grand opportunity to tell a nuanced story about the continent.
See why I say he's one of my favorite people in the world. Honestly, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
It's been a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to having you join us as a guest many more times. Another quick break, guys. We will be right back.